Before I move on to the next important issue explained by machine elves, I want to explain first the financial aspect of the 434 structure and what plans I have for the future. It is not only about money, but about me and 434 in general. I will level with you and I'll be honest and transparent about my motives and my plan. I will explain how the messages of love meet money, as the issue seems to generate most of the questions and conspiracies. Just to make it clear, 434 is not a money-making scam. I don't work for anyone and it is not a covert corporate operation or a PR stunt. Some of the theories I heard from people here are so complex I couldn't even come up with them myself if I wanted to. There's nothing sinister behind me asking for support in return for hours of my work every day to share the 434 messages and to help others struggling with this reality. There are countless other YouTubers who do it and my situation is not that different. The only difference would be that I don't like the idea of money and I don't like asking for it. We learn early in life that money is this thing we manipulate each other for to generate profit, usually while exploiting resources or others. We've created a global money and profit-driven structure where money is becoming not means of achieving our goal, but a goal in itself. I understand why me asking for monthly support on Patreon and Subscribestar or donations through PayPal and cryptocurrencies might seem to be controversial, but the donation story is simple. Imagine this. A guy takes magic mushrooms. He turns out to be an interdimensional recipient of alien messages and he learns that he has a mission here to share the messages with millions of people. He sacrifices his family time, his social life and his energy to spread the messages and starts asking for support to make the process easier and quicker for himself and others before he crashes and burns out as it happened to him in the past with less important ventures. Because the human nature is mostly take with a tiny bit of give, he needs to remind everyone about it in every video, hoping that people will understand the monumental nature of this task and that the little help he asks for means nothing to the viewers but can change millions of lives. And his call for support is a call for a change in this reality. That was the short version. Here's how it all happened. When I started this channel, I wanted to create a personal archive that I could share with my family, friends, and with the psychedelic communities. Quickly, you started offering me money and you kept asking me about donation possibilities, and I started Patreon, Subscribestar, PayPal, and a crypto wallet. Not long after I started taking mushrooms, I was told by the entities that I have a plan here of raising vibrational frequency of millions of people and that once I do it, machine elves will start doing their job here. I wasn't expecting much when I started making these videos, but in February 2019, the channel started getting a lot of traffic. It turned out that the entities are serious about the plan and that it is time for me to get to work. I have a lot to share. The Machine Elf book is 40 pages long and it grows with every trip. A single sentence in it is usually a concept for a video. This means years of work ahead of me. I did not anticipate that this will become a full-time occupation. My mission is to reach as many people as possible, and although I'm really excited and crazy about the growth of 434, it quickly became obvious that this is not a one-man job. The videos might seem not too complex, but each video takes about 20 to 30 hours of work, which is between 2 and 4 days. This doesn't take into account replying to your comments and messages and managing promotion and social media activities. Now, what most of you probably don't realize is that in order for the 434 videos to reach you, I need to play a cat and mouse game with the social media algorithms. They are the AI engine behind video promotion, platform distribution, notifications, and recommendations. It is a complex set of conditions that needs to be fulfilled to trigger the algorithm. I think one of the reasons why I was selected to give you the messages is me spending the last 10 years learning about those mechanisms. Between 2015 and 2018, I ran a personal social media brand that generated close to 70 million views, and the reason why you can listen to me now is that I made a lot of mistakes and now I know how to successfully grow the 434 network. After these extremely laborious 3 years, the 434 videos here were supposed to be simple messages with some visual and music added to them, and it was supposed to be a hobby type of activity. Little did I know that after 3 months of uploading the videos, I would be in a much more difficult position than I was in those previous years. I'm super happy about how much the videos mean to you, and now that I know that these videos save people's lives, there's no turning back. One of the main conditions for the social media network to grow is for the videos to be engaging, and they need to be shared internally and externally, and most difficult of all, they need to be frequent. The ideal frequency for growth is 1 video per day for YouTube, and that's actually my goal. Someday. For now, I try to upload them twice a week, and believe you me, it is not an easy task. Since the plan is to reach millions of people in need, unfortunately for everyone, I need to play this ridiculous algorithm game. The videos are not monetized on purpose. I'm not partnering with YouTube because I don't trust them. There's a corporate globalist war on our minds, the psychedelic community, and freedom of speech, and I want as little to do with these people as possible. I'm using their platforms to connect with you, but the goal is to have an app so that I can be in your phone or tablet without having to rely on capricious attitude of delusional corporate decision makers. To reach millions, obviously I need to work on more than just videos. There's a long list of ideas that will help spread the 434 messages. First on the list is the 434 app, which I'm already working on. The next one is the Machine Elf Knowledge Encyclopedia that I'm slowly starting to collect materials for. If you watched the plan video, you remember that I explained my intentions for the 434 structure there. A lot has changed since that video, and after talking to a lot of you, we came up with new ideas, some of which include shooting a 434 documentary on psychedelics and interdimensional entities, building a collective 434 support structure for those in need, a Machine Elf Visions artwork book, 434 record label, 434 retreat, and a 434 club or venue. The list is ambitious, and at the moment I don't spend any donation money on myself. I collect it and I pay for everything related to 434. A few times I supported someone in a really difficult personal situation, but most of it stays in the account. I already started thinking about organizing the first 434 conference, and I need to find a place for it. As most of you lives in the US and Canada, I was thinking about New York, but I need to see how much the 434 app will cost and how much money there is left. Thank you to those who support the 434 structure. This channel has had 1.2 million views and has a total of 30,000 followers, and I'm really surprised by the amount of people who are willing to support it and how generous some of you can be. I have seen much bigger channels with much less support, and I'm always so proud of you guys when I visit other people's donation numbers. I myself watch a lot of other YouTube channels and support only those who I resonate with. Remember that this is very different. This money will go towards changing and saving lives. I'm a minimalist and I don't need much. This money is not to dig a backyard pool, but to make this world a better place. Somebody else's world. I'm extremely lucky that I was born with a set of skills and personal traits that allow me to translate interdimensional messages and organize a network of smart, like-minded individuals. This structure not only helps thousands who need to hear these messages, like every other project, it is also creating jobs and giving purpose to people involved in it. It is getting big. In the name of all of us, I want to take this opportunity to thank those who volunteered to work on the 434 structure. I can't do it without you. For me personally, your donations are very important because they give me hope that my life can finally be about what I love, helping others. It also feels great seeing new supporters because your money is a sign of appreciation for all my hard work. It really gets me motivated to work harder. I want you to know that every time I start making a video, I edit it heavily after finishing the writing process because I always try to make sure that the videos are about helping you. I want to give you as much as I can. So what has been done with donations so far? I have paid for all 434 videos to be transcribed, so all of them have subtitles now. It was done so that you don't have to put up with my accent, but also so that at some point all of this can be turned into articles and the Machine Elf Encyclopedia. I'm using the money to pay for music, audio editing, and occasional graphics for the videos. I have paid for translating the video subtitles to Spanish, French, and Polish. The translation process is very expensive and takes a lot of time, and I can't do all of them, but if you're interested in translating into your native language, let me know and I can send you the subtitle files. I've used a bit of money to start a second YouTube channel. It is an emergency channel in case something happened to this one, but I will use it to talk about more human and inspirational subjects like nutrition, adult life, the most valuable aspects of life, and so on. Go to peterhedron.com and subscribe, or go to the link in the video description. I'm already designing the app and talking to the developers. It is a ridiculously expensive process, and I'm trying to find someone who can do it for a normal price and not thousands of dollars. To those of you who keep asking me about 434 merchandise, it is coming. I'm going to use one of the Machine Elf visuals to create the first 434 graphic. I will use it to start the 434 clothes and merch for those of you who want to have some 434 items. I want to have them for myself, and I want to offer the same possibility to you. Other than talking to aliens a few times a year, I live a life of a regular family man. I have a full-time job, mortgage, you know the drill. The 434 channel is now my second job, a more important one that takes up a lot of my time and energy. Ever since all of this started, I don't have a social life and I work on average 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have a full-time job, and ironically, the company I work for laid the foundations for the psychedelic world. One day I will tell you who they are because even they are a part of the 434 synchronicity. Unfortunately, they became the exact opposite of the 434 values, and if they were to find out what I do, I would be in trouble. And here's the real problem. Once I discovered that the Machine Elf mission is real, I decided to dedicate my life fully to the 434 mission, and that means quitting my 9-to-5 job at some point and spending this time on helping you and building the 434 structure. I need funds to do that. I need to quit my job, and it will need to happen rather sooner than later. I need to reach financial independence as soon as possible. Only then I can make the most of myself and the 434 structure. Juggling 2 jobs and sacrificing my personal life is not sustainable, and nothing good can come out of this. I know it because I've been through it before and I know how it ends. I absolutely hate the fact that my day job is stopping me from making videos and helping you guys. It is painful having to spend my most productive hours of the day on something meaningless, knowing that I'm involved in creating 434, which is so fulfilling and so important. I have a few personal reasons why I need to transition to being financially independent quickly. They are relevant to 434 and I need to tell you about them. Don't think that I feel sorry for myself. Ever since I started building the 434 structure, it became my biggest passion in life. It has gradually been shifting my focus from everything in my life to helping you. That includes my job. I have less and less will and energy to be a part of something I deep down oppose and what in reality I have zero interest in. I'm now approaching crossroads and I'm doing it at full speed. I never had anything in common with the corporate world, but after starting the psychedelic journey, it became obvious that there's no future for me there. It is a world of quote-mark humans I can't and don't want to be a part of. The biggest enemy of the corporate world is an individual who is content with what they have. A happy, fulfilled person with a purpose. And they see it. This farce is becoming more and more difficult, and it might end up in a disaster for me at any point. I'm playing a very dangerous game and I'm trying to get out before it becomes downright impossible. But it's not just my job that is the problem. My interaction with society is now an issue. I'm willing less and less to sacrifice myself to participate in the social structure, and I'm starting to see the original inhabitants of this realm as the villains. To exist in this world as a fully functioning human, one needs to be like them or at least represent the same values. That's not the case with me. I am not a fully functioning human being. I look human, but acting human is a performance for me. I have very little in common with the inhabitants of this reality, and it is an enormous amount of energy. Every day, my social interaction ends up in me being completely exhausted. Putting on a show when you have different values is not an easy task. I need to find and concentrate on as many of you as possible so that we can all connect and build an alternative structure to this suicidal herd of lemmings before they all jump off the cliff, taking us with them. We need 434 to find each other and save each other. Recently, I had to re-examine my idea about life. I always believed that life is getting easier with age, but unfortunately, in my case, the opposite is true. I'm tired of the struggle and I can see my human brain aging at the same rate as the rest of my body. I'm really tired. I told you in the previous videos that I feel like I'm 80, and it is not about my physical condition, but about my mental state. You can try to lead the blind into the light only that many times before you decide to leave them in the darkness, not to get lost in the darkness yourself. I'm concerned that things might get even worse. I'm especially worried about the state of this human body, its health and its immune system. I only see it now, but 25 years of anxiety and depression affected negatively the whole system. I recently started observing changes in my body that are happening a bit too early, and I admit, it worries me. I got rid of depression, but my stress resistance went down too. I realized that I might be in trouble when watching Shipping Wars recently. There was this guy, Roy, who I really identified with. He was logical, smart, and hardworking. He understood society and he couldn't stand it. He was like me. And then he died of a massive heart attack at 49 in season 6. That scared me. I'm angry a lot too, and I'm talking that 70s show Red Foreman angry. It is not healthy. What I'm trying to say is, you're listening to me because of my awakening that has been going on for almost 18 years. And that awakening came with a huge price tag. I'm doing all I can with a healthy diet, meditation, and relaxation, but I'm worried about the permanent damage that I could have sustained. I need to change all of this quickly. 1 month after my channel started, the entities gave me an incredible gift that allowed this channel to grow fast. Without their help, we wouldn't be talking, and as always, they are helping out. Since I decided to sacrifice my own time and energy to help you and others, and since machine elves are making things possible in this reality, I think it is only fair for me to ask you to do as much as you can at your end. My appeal to you is simple. If you feel you're getting something out of those videos, think about others and how many people can get better thanks to 434. Help me in getting my life back and making the 434 journey a pleasure and not a fight with this Silicon Valley. The more you help me, the more I can help you. I get messages from people saying, today I wanted to leave my house for the last time and kill myself. And the 434 messages stopped me. I have a reason to live now. Think if you were in this situation, how much it would mean for your loved ones to know that there are simple videos on YouTube that let them still have you in their lives. Think how much your support is worth. Or simply think about this. If you want to see 434 videos on a regular basis, support the channel on a regular basis. I want for us to be on that journey together for as long as possible. I want for us to be in each other's lives for as long as possible. But the current 434 structure model has an expiry date on it. And if it doesn't evolve quickly, it will have to change. There's also a simple personal financing benefit for you. All the 434 content and files are free. In fact, I'm thinking about going a step further with this, and I might tell you about this soon. My time is not free. It is the only thing we don't get back in this life, and it is the most valuable asset of them all. I get thousands of messages and comments, and I can't answer all of them. If you wish to have a discussion or a conversation with me, support is a good way to get a chunk of my time, if you need it, obviously. This video is not about making anyone feel bad. The fact you're willing to subscribe, comment, and share the videos is already hugely uplifting to me, and it motivates me every day to work towards growing the 434 structure. Thank you so much for doing this. I have had offers from people willing to take on extra work only to finance 434. Do not support 434 if you're struggling financially. Don't do that. It is amazing you're willing to make a sacrifice like that, but I can't accept it. Donations are only for people who have disposable income. I realize that 434 members are very young and many of you don't have money yet, and it's okay. 434 is not about money. My appeal is only to those who have the means and are willing to make a difference in other people's lives. This video was not about money. It was a reminder that there is a huge number of people in need waiting for our help. If you can afford it, remember that it feels great to be in service to others. Love, 434.